The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, hold on for a second. It might be a little over a year since I did this video, but hold on, I'm trying to think. What did I title the video? But no, I'm gonna be talking on when I called Just a Robot out for making that weird EDP video he made last year. I'm trying to think, when exactly did I upload that? Oh no, it's been some days. I uploaded that video on the 17th of last year, and as I'm recording this, it's the 21st, and dang man, I was like, if I had known that, I went ahead and recorded that and talked about it then, you know, instead of right now. But no, to me it's just funny because, so to kind of just give you guys like a little bit of backstory on how I had even came across that video in the first place, because no, the thing is this, like, I don't go out of my way to watch Just a Robot's videos. Like, I don't go to his channel, I don't like none of that, you know, but I did see that video. I did come across that video, and yeah, I was like, okay, what could he possibly say in this video to where like I gotta have a reaction towards it and stuff. So, and yeah, he still has the video up. Hold on for a second. Maybe he might have taken the video down. Let me just check and see real quick. Gotta look his name up and all that stuff. But sometimes, you know, you be looking his name up. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, you look his name up and it's always like the other channel, the first channel that I had came across. But did his account get hacked again? Hold on for a second. Let me check and see. Oh, no. Okay, no, okay, here we go. I was about to say, why they got it so far down in the rankings? I thought he got hacked again. I was about to say, I'm like, nah, there ain't no way he got hacked again. That's crazy. But anyways, yeah, he still has the video up. He still has it up where it's titled How EDP 445 Could Have Gotten Out of It. Talking on the situation a few years back where he was exposed for being a pedophile. And so yeah, to overall explain to you guys, like for those that don't really know EDP in that whole situation. So EDP 445 used to be a YouTuber some years back. I mean, he was a pretty big, well, I wouldn't say he was a big YouTuber like Mr. Beast and stuff, but he was very popular amongst like the meme community, stuff like that. And so anyways, EDP, he gets caught up trying to meet up with a little girl. He goes and tries to cover it up, talking about, oh, I was just here for a cupcake. Just, you know, just something stupid. And anyways, but yeah, he got exposed. Like, everybody on the internet turned against him. He has been trying to make a comeback ever since, and it's like, nah, bruh, you messed up, you know. And if anybody was an EDP fan, it was me. Like, I was constantly watching his memes. I was constantly reacting to his videos. Like, EDP was somebody that was well respected at one point in time on my channel. But yeah, after he got exposed for being a pedophile, I was like, nah, bro, I can't support that. That's something that I can't support. You know, I'm not trying to have it where people are asking me, so what is it? You know, do you care about your fans and their well-beings, or do you care about your loyalty to EDP 445? Even if it was on some stuff where I knew EDP 445, like I collaborated with him and all that, still be the same situation. Still have to take down those videos, because my thing is this. It's one thing when you have the respect of somebody that you're a fan of and all that other stuff, but when you have the respect of your audience, I feel like that matters a little bit more, you know, if not a whole lot more than, you know, the respect of a YouTuber and things. And I'm like, there's so many different YouTubers out there that I can get respect from, but I'm like, from my audience though, that's where the respect comes from. That's like, you know, where it's like where I want to be respected at least me and stuff. So others may not care, but I care. So, but anyways, yeah, I had videos up where I was reacting to EDP445. Like I said, he was well respected on my channel. And if I probably still had those videos up, they probably would have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. I don't know, but I had to make that decision to take down any videos I had up of him and stuff. So anyways, some years passed. I come across this video of Just a Robot where he's literally explaining how EDP445 could have gotten out of his situation. And he's like, oh, he could have just said, oh, haha, fooled you guys. I knew all along that I was talking to you guys and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what the internet is capable of. You know what your fans, what they're capable of. Why would you make a video like that? Even if it's on some stuff where you're talking about, oh, I'm just joking around. My question is how do you joke on something like that? You know, like that's one of those things where I'm like, I feel like that not enough people are questioning Just a Robot on that. Is why would you upload that video with like very to like little to like to none, like literally no context whatsoever? The only context that I got was his fans afterwards telling me, oh, it was a part of a video. My thing is this: if you're recommended that video, how am I supposed to know that that's from another video? Yeah, if it's like linked or whatever, it's like, okay, but it wasn't like you had it somewhere in the video that it was that this was from another video, or you provide. My thing is this: if you posted that to promote that video, why not just make a video saying, hey guys, I uploaded this new video, go check it out, I'm talking on this, and this. That seemed like that would make a lot more sense, but I'm like, fam, to me, something just didn't feel right about that. You know, when you're posting that video, it's like, yeah, you may say that it's a joke, but a lot of people out there ain't gonna look at it as a joke. And I tried explaining that, so no, I had made a video about it, and I was like, I can't just let that slide. I can't just let that go. You upload a video explaining how a pedophile can get away with his behavior. That's not normal stuff. That's not normal content to upload, even if it is. If you're seeing it as a joke, others ain't gonna see it as a joke. So that's why I had went and made a video saying Just a Robot might be a pedo, because to me it's like there's so many different videos that you can upload. You can upload gaming videos. Yeah, you can I guess have like a whole new line of content that you can upload, whether it's gaming videos, whether it's music, whether it's comedy skits. You could do well, I guess maybe he might have done like some political or just overall debates and stuff on his channel. He might have done stuff like that before, but there's so much, there's so many ideas out there of content that you can do. Why is that the only idea that ran through your head? Like all the different videos that you could have possibly did, I don't understand. You know, I even would have rather seen a video get uploaded about me rather than seeing somebody upload a video like that. At least if my thing is this, at least if you're uploading a video about me, I know a whole lot of people ain't gonna care about it and stuff, but you upload a video like that, and the fact that it is still on YouTube till this day, to me, it just confuses the life out of me, because I'm like, fam, that's not a video that should be on YouTube. That's not a video that should, that's a questionable video to upload. Even if you are uploading it as a joke, that's not a joke. You know, a joke is something that people can, laugh about. Who's laughing about stuff like that? And if so, I'm like, fam, that's just sick. You know, that's something where it's just I guess if you put in a stand-up comedy situation, you put it in the movie, put it in the TV show, put it anywhere, people are not going to look at that as a joke. They're going to be kind of thrown off by it, especially if there's somebody out there with kids. You know, it's I'm not trying to have it where it's I bring kids into this world and I got to worry about people like that, you know, where they're going to upload videos where it's, explaining how to get away with being a pedophile. No, bruh, that's not videos. That's not a video that you upload. So anyways, I see the video, I talk on it, call him out on that video and stuff. And then I think I did do a podcast episode, and then I had kind of did like a follow-up, like talking on like, you know, what his fans were saying in my comment section. So yeah, I blew it up as much as I could, because I was like, nah, people gotta see this. People gotta, you know, he has to answer for this and stuff. So I guess at one point in time, like he was working on the video and things, because if you watch Lyle Convoy's video, he was working on a video about me, and it was about those videos of me calling him a pedophile and stuff. And so I guess, yeah, that made him upset. That grinded his gears, and he's like, oh, I gotta, rather than, you know, being just overall an adult and explaining it, he wants to turn it into something. And I'm like, see, that's why you're in the stuff that you're in today, because you can't just be like, oh, my bad, like, I didn't realize I made a mistake here, I'll take this video down. No, you're like, oh, this is somebody that I ain't gotten into it with before, so I gotta get into it, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta start a war, my thing is this: how do you think he would have reacted if I would have uploaded that same video on my channel? That's what I would like to know. And you know, the funny thing is, the amount of times I have said that throughout like our drama, it's never gotten a response. It's never gotten a response. Not from his fans, him, friends, nobody. And that's, if there's anything that you're going to respond to, I guess if you're a fan of his, or even if you're just a robot himself, what would you do if I uploaded that same exact video onto my channel? Because I know that I would get called out for some stuff like that. People, that will probably be the number one. And that's the thing. Ain't nobody watching his video, so ain't nobody paying attention to it. But I guarantee and I promise you, if the algorithm worked in his favor, where those videos was on people's recommended pages, front pages, you know, it's like being sent out, shown to the world, all that, there's definitely going to be a lot of comments of people talking about like, WTF, like, why would you upload a video like this? What do you got going on? I guarantee and I promise you, if it was guys like June the King, Chris the Narc, who else out there? Yeah, it's just, you know, a bunch of, I was trying to think of like a bunch of different people out there, but because it was me, it's like, oh, it has to be turned into something. But I guarantee and I promise you, or Chud Logic, I guarantee and I promise you, if stuff like that was being and I think that's what, you know, overall what needs to happen. I think guys like that needs to cover that video. So, because it's like, so here's the thing though, and that's why I'm even talking about it, because so what was funny about that was that, so when I had called him out on being a pedophile and things and uploading that video, that's when his fans had like tried to do the few fans that he did have left and things, but they tried to jump to his defense and was like, oh, the video is a joke, like, you're looking at it the wrong way, it's like, you guys see it with context and all that. I'm like, first off, I ain't gonna just sit there and just watch a Just a Robot video on my free time. I'm not doing that. That's why would I do that to myself? All the different things I could be doing with my life. I'm like, come on now. I'm like, only reason why I had watched that video, because I was like, to me, when it's like a Spidey senses type situation. It's like you get an odd feeling. You're like, you know what?
Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar. Zero patience for slow walkers. Those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night. Have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. Start converting your B2B audience today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started today at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Because I know that this is going to bother me. Let me just go ahead and watch this video and see what it's about. And that's the thing. And I'm like, in a way, I'm actually kind of glad that I did watch that video and I called him out on that. Because I'm like, somebody needs to, you know. But anyways, yeah, he got upset. He got mad. He was going to do a response. But yeah, he was trying to, I guess, like, prove that he's not a pedophile. But I'm like, okay, you upload videos like that. You've been called out for, you know, like, I guess in that, like, whole being a pedophile conversation before. Your editor was a pedophile. why would you upload a video like that? That it's like, and it makes me think of when there was this interview with OJ Simpson and it was after his whole situation with his wife and that guy that she was cool with. But anyways, but no, he did this interview. I think he stepped out of the room, and then at some point in time, like the interview, somebody had knocked on the door. They open it up. OJ does like this, like a move where he's like act like he's stabbing them and stuff. And for those that don't know, like, yeah, that's how his wife and that guy that she was cool with, how they died. They got stabbed to death, and I think I personally believe he did it. People can say OJ didn't do it, but I'm like, look, he either did it or he knew somebody that did it for him. But I just don't believe that it's like, oh, you go and that happens to your wife and that guy, and then you do some joke like that. It's just certain things that you just don't joke about. So, and it's funny because the interviewer and anybody that had watched that video, they were tripping off of that. They was like, why would you do that? Like, what was the reason? So yeah, that's how I look at that situation. You got all this like evidence of like, that pedophile conversation being linked to you and stuff, or just overall you being a part of that conversation. Why would you upload a video like that? Does that make any sense? Like, honestly though, so anyways, but it's funny to me though how then when it's like you look at me and you see the like just the amount of times he's gotten on me about doing reaction videos and defending reaction videos and all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, what would, I guess, like, my question would be is what would be the difference between them two situations? Because it's like you called me out for defending reaction videos, and I was supposed to just accept you calling me out or getting upset or whatever you want to call it, things, or giving me constructive criticism. So I give you constructive criticism back, and it's a problem. That's what I would like to know. So anyways, but yeah, he was gonna work on a video about me, but then all that stuff with Cinnabear had happened, and then he ended up I think that was Lyle Convoy. He told him to just overall like don't do the video, like move on, bruh, let it go. And yeah, he did. I assume he did. I don't know. Maybe he got the video saved somewhere, or he's just gonna rewrite and redo the video one day. But nah, man. I'm like, my thing is this. Yes, please do that video. I would love to see you do a video about me in 2025. I'm like, yeah, you might have some fans where they'll jump to your defense, but for the most part, there are a lot of people that's watching you right now where they would look at it as like, okay, you're getting into it with TMossBoss because he's calling you out on your behavior. Meanwhile, there's literally a whole portion of the internet that's doing the same exact stuff that I'm doing. So my thing is this, have that same energy with everybody. Don't just have that same energy with me. Have that same energy with everybody. Have that conversation with the op block. Have that conversation with any other content creator that wants to have a conversation with you. You already know how that conversation is going to go. So, but anyways, so then, yeah, all that Cinnabear crap had happened. Fast forward up to maybe, a week or two ago, Bo Blacks, he uploads a video onto his channel where he's having a conversation with Just a Robot. And out of all the things that Just a Robot could have mentioned, all the stuff that he could have talked about in that call, he mentions where pretty much that video, he mentions it all over again in the same exact form how he did in that video. And I'm thinking to myself, fam, so you could have possibly had a case the first time, where it's like, oh, it was a part of a video. You have to watch the video in order to understand. When you watch this call that he had with Bo Blacks, it wasn't like they were having a conversation beforehand about EDP or any of that. But at least like if they were, it wasn't fitting for how he just threw that in there and stuff. I guess like the conversation that they were having beforehand, it wasn't fitting on how he just threw that in there where he's like, oh yeah, EDP could have did this or he could have did that. And it's like, that shouldn't be a conversation of how you're saying, or you saying that, oh, he could have did this and he could have did that. He should never even have done that stuff in the first place. That's the part that I think that he's not understanding, is that EDP shouldn't have did that stuff in the first place, and you're trying to defend his actions. But to me, I just felt like that was a confirmation that no, in 2025, Just a Robot, he is a pedophile. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can try to defend him. You can try to show me evidence. You can try to do any and everything's possible on like, oh, it's like, no, Just a Robot, he is definitely a pedo. All right, so yeah, it's like y'all can try to defend him, but I ain't hearing it. You know, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, for all the years where I've been trying to come out and defend myself, you guys is just like, oh, it's just in one ear and out the other. Pretty much that same energy y'all gave me, I'm giving y'all that same energy back. You know, so yeah, that's one of those things. I'm like, nah, you can try to defend him, but I'm like, he got me convinced. You defended this, or no, you overall talked about it twice on how EDP could have gotten out of his situation. I'm supposed to just look at that as like, oh, that must be the win. No, bro. It's like you're weird. It's like, that's like what I was saying. If I would have turned around and said that same stuff, he would have had something to say about it. So that's why I'm like, nah, bro. You can try to make it seem like that. Oh, I didn't mean nothing by it. This, that, and blah blah. Nah, bruh, you definitely meant something by it, and it's probably something that he done did before himself. That's what I'm saying. If we ever figure out Just the Robot's his actual government last name, like, you know, you're probably gonna see that he's a registered offender somewhere in this country, so, or somewhere in the world, maybe different countries and stuff. So, but anyways, with that being said, yeah, overall, like, sometimes, like, you know, if you're trying to figure out like what to talk about with Just the Robot, if you are having a conversation plan with them, talk about that with them. Talk about, why did you explain to people how EDP could have gotten out of his situation? You know, because he's hearing it from my voice, he's like, oh, it's not all that serious. But I guarantee and I promise you, if it was people like Chud Logic, the Op Block, I'm trying to think, Chris the Narc, who else out there, you know, like any of the people that I done reacted to, or any of the people that I made videos about him, if they were to ask him about that, yeah, it'd definitely be a conversation starter. It'd be like, hey, so what you got going on with EDP? What's your weird fascination that you have with EDP's downfall, and how you're trying to, and why you're trying to help him, like, I guess, overcome his downfall and things. So yeah, that's why, because my thing is this. So let's say somebody does watch that video, and then they get called out for being a pedophile. They're in court, and then they're like, oh, well, I watched this guy's Just the Robots video where he explained, and so yeah, I thought like I can get away with it by just doing what Just the Robot told me to do in his video. Then he would take the video down. When it starts getting mentioned in courtrooms and stuff like that, then he'll take the video down. But because it's TMossBoss calling me out, therefore, and I'm like, the funny thing is, it's like a lot of the stuff that I've talked on, it's like, fam, it's coming to light, like it's actually happening to him and stuff. So all that, because the thing is this, you go back and you watch any of the videos that I made about him, because I know a lot of those videos have been taken down, so even if you want to just go back and watch some of the videos that he made on me to see some of those videos and stuff, yeah, I predicted a lot of the stuff that he's going through right now, you know, like the cancellation, him getting his own karma, all that stuff. Yeah, I talked about that. You know, he didn't want to listen, and I'm like, all right, cool, don't listen. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'm gonna just let this stuff just play out, you know. So, but anyways, with that being said, yeah, I guess if you are just a Robot fan, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but your boy's a pedophile. All right, he living a foul life. You know, you make videos like that, then your editor was a pedophile, then you got called out for being a pedophile, and you defended somebody for being a pedophile. It's like, fam, you gotta really look at it. It's like, do you really think that that's a smart idea, especially after the Cinebear crap? Do you think that it's a smart idea to come out and do this call with Bo Blacks, and then you even explain it in there too? So that's why I'm like, yeah, bruh, Just the Robot, he's 100%. It's either he is a pedophile or he's a pedophile in the like starting stages and stuff. He early access pedophile. But yeah, it's like you ain't beating them allegations with me. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.